What is going on, everyone? I apologize. I fucked up the intro.
I was like, that's it.
God damn it. Damn it. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going to play it anyway.
Do
All right,
it.
Let's do
Run
it again.
that shit.
It's a fucked up intro. Things are all over the place. This is what happens when we go live, buddy. All right, here we go. Let's try it again. All right, we made it. We got it. We got it in.
That's better.
I'm glad you enjoyed that part of the intro, but I fucked up the beginning. Sorry about that. Hey, Samurai Guy makes mistakes. All right, sorry about that. Well, hopefully it gave you guys watching a good laugh. What is going on? It's your boy, Preston PhatSamuraiGuy, back again with another Movie Dojo review episode. Yes, and with me, I can't be talking about no sniper movies, baby. One shot, one kill, son, without my brother from another mother, John from actionflix.com. Welcome back to the show, brother.
What is going on? I'm very excited to be here. One shot, one kill, no exceptions. You got
That's right. That's right. And today we are talking. I don't know if anyone has done this on YouTube. I'm sure they probably have, but I personally have not seen anyone talk about the entire franchise. We're talking all 11 as of this point, 11 sniper movies. I don't know.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I saw the first one. I'm old. I saw the first one in the theater.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Opening weekend.
Yeah.
Tom Berenger, Billy Zane, and sitting in the theater watching that movie. I would not think we'd be here talking about number 11 in the franchise.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I caught it later on TV. Edited with commercials, full screen. But later, when I got a chance to get it on DVD, that's why I really, really love the movie even more. But we got people watching right now. What's going on, Tyler? That's right. Certified Badass channel members are here. Again, I apologize for fucking up the intro, but it's all good. At least you enjoyed the second half of it. Hey, Multi-Gun Man, good to see you. Yeah, all the way from the UK. What's going on, Kevin? We're starting the ruckus. That's right. We have started the ruckus earlier.
We started it twice. That's how important this one is.
Started twice. What's up, Big Bad Wolf? How you doing? Kevin's only seen three of them. The first one, and I could not tell you which sequel. All right. Well, that's why me and John are here. We're going down the memory lane in a way, starting from the beginning. And I've actually just recently caught up. I think a couple of months ago, last year, I've had the DVD pack. And I finally, a couple of months ago, just watched all of them. I just went through all of them. And, of course, seeing the Last Stand, which came out this year in January. Right. See, this is why me and John are here. We're here to let you guys know what's up.
There's probably more. Who knows?
Probably more. We're going to get to it. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then at the end of each movie, and then at the end, just for funsies, we're going to do our own ranking of our least favorite to our favorite. But overall, he's good. Poor John. I made him do homework. He's like, Samurai, I got shit to do, man.
Why'd you put me on the show with 11 movies? I was like,
yeah, that is a lot of badassery. Yes. And you actually, you guys are kind of buds. You talk back and forth. You spoke to Mr. Chad Collins himself. How was it talking to Chad?
Oh, he's listen. Let me tell you a fun story real quick, and then we get started.
Yeah.
I started this is my 10-year anniversary actually for actionflix.com. I started in August of 2015, the same year my daughter was born, so that's how I know how old the website is.
Ah.
She was born in May. I started in August. He was one of the first people. Him and Chad Law. You know Chad Law?
Yeah.
Mr. Chad Law.
Yeah. And he's hard to get.
Oh, he's
like
awesome
impossible.
too. He's been with me since the very beginning, and it was funny because I had Chad Law. He was my very first interview for the website, and then Chad Michael Collins contacted me. Was like, "Hey, I saw your website. I love what you're doing. Would you like to talk? I'm in this movie." And I'm like,
"Yeah,
I know you're in this movie." I'm like, "I just watched it," you know. And then ever since then, he's been great. I just had him on probably a year ago. We talked about the last movie. I was supposed to talk to him for this one, and then I got the stomach flu. So it hasn't happened. But it is happening. It's going to happen sooner or later. But he's awesome. Can't say enough good things about the man.
Yeah. Well, that's all. He seems. I've heard nothing but great things about him.
Oh,
hopefully one day me and Chad will have a chat here in the podcast. But yeah, you have been on fire, son. You've had Simon West on your show. You've had Martin Campbell on your show.
I have.
Man. So congratulations, brother. That's right.
And actually,
this is what the Samurai Guy's doing this for you every time I see your post. Like, hey, all right, John.
I talked to Taz Skylar, who's on One Piece. You know, he was in Cleaner.
Nice.
He was probably my favorite. I mean, not that I didn't want to talk to Simon West and Martin Campbell, but he's super awesome. He's a great guy. He was nice to talk to.
Yeah, man. Well, y'all know what you need to do. You follow them links below and follow John. That's right, because he's on fire. Speaking of being on fire, Mr. Tony of the Dead's in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Now, a lot of movies to get through.
Yeah.
We can't do any deep dives, so I'll read the plot synopsis of each movie. We'll give our thoughts, and then we'll move on to the ranking at the end. But we'll be minor spoilery here. We won't super spoil stuff, but we can get into minor spoilers. It's been out.
Ooh, I'll try not to do major. I'll try to keep it light.
Start, baby. I know, right? Let's start. I still can't believe I fucked up that intro, man. It's gonna bother me.
Listen, I started a live recording about 3 weeks ago, and then the power went out, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm done.
That's right. Listen to Tony. That's right. Hit that thumbs up button. I think one of my favorite botches, which kind of wasn't my fault, was when I would interview someone, and then for some reason StreamYard kicked me out, and I'm the host. They kicked me out. I was like, what the hell? And I had to go jump back in. But the person I was interviewing was cool though, you know. But
wow, that's
that was embarrassing. But hey, it happens when you're live. All right, we're going all the way back, son. One shot, one kill. 1993, the year that I call the year of the dinosaur. There's so many great action movies came out that year. Cliffhanger, Demolition Man. Can you believe that Cliffhanger and Demolition Man came out the same year?
Yeah,
that's insane. But it was the year of the dinosaur, man. So we're going to talk about Sniper. That's right. Tom Berenger, the great, legendary Tom Berenger, who's just born to play these kind of roles. And Billy Zane was also great as well. Perfectly casted. But here's the plot synopsis for everyone who hasn't seen Sniper. A veteran U.S. Marine sniper is partnered with a rookie sniper as his spotter to take out a politician and a rebel leader in the jungles of Panama. Yeah, man. So, I mean, this must have been awesome that you saw this in theater. I probably would have lost it.
It's a running joke on the Action Elite. I do his show live, and they always. I was like, "Did you see it live?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." Because they're all like, "I caught it on cable. I caught it on VHS." It's like, nope, I saw it in the theater. I'm old.
Yeah.
So yeah. So like,
look at that. Ecstasy. Remember seeing the first time? Oh, that's cool. How cool is that? Yeah, that's the sexy sumo to me. He always rubs it in. I saw that in theater. I saw Predator in theater. And he's all that's my brother though. He always has to rub it in. But yeah, man, I had no idea. Apparently, this has been on Blu-ray since 2021. I've been looking for this on Blu-ray for years, and every time I go to Amazon,
I have the DVD.
Yeah, every time I go to Amazon to look for a Blu-ray version, it doesn't exist. And so I was trying to look for Blu-ray versions of the other movies, and then Sniper just popped up, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I've been looking for this for years." And you look at the date it was released, it says 2021. I'm like, "What?" So I finally got it on Blu-ray, had a chance to rewatch it. I haven't watched it in years, man. in a long time. Because when I caught up with the Sniper DVD pack that I have, I skipped the first one because I've seen it before, but I wanted to revisit it for this episode. It still holds up. It's still badass. I love the POV shots of the bullet flying at people, and again, perfectly casted Billy Zane as the know-it-all, cocky, inexperienced sniper. He was kind of supposed to be in charge. He had a higher rank for that particular mission than Beckett, and but he was inexperienced. And then Beckett's like, you want to live, you do what I tell you to do. You know what I mean? If we're in the water, don't take a piss. What was it?
So,
what was it?
So he's like, at least you gotta swim up your dick or
Yeah,
something.
he's like, leech is gonna swim up your dick or something like that.
Like...
Hilarious. But yeah, there were some genuinely funny moments. But then, of course, once Zane, he's a great shot, but he's won awards, but he's never actually killed someone. So he kind of was.
He's had men in his sights. He tells the guy, he's had men in his sights, but he's not.
Right.
But that's not the same thing. You're gonna have men in sights, like you gotta pull the trigger. It's like then you're a sniper.
Yeah, and he was kind of bootleg taking credit for shooting someone from the helicopter, but that's not how that guy died. And then the pilot's like, "Wow, from a helicopter," and he was like, "Yeah, yeah." But Berenger at some point knew he was full of shit, but. They had great chemistry together, which continues throughout the series, which we will discuss that. But I love how once he starts pulling the trigger and getting in the fire towards the end, Zane's character, he starts to kind of lose it a little bit. Like he starts seeing things and like targets that aren't there. He at some point he kind of lost it where he was actually hunting Beckett at some point. So it was wild. And I love the rival sniper. I love the rival sniper. That type of character, which you see kind of pop up in the sequels. This is another badass out there fucking shit up. And so it takes one sniper to take out the rival sniper. And you get a great. Oh, I wonder if this was the very first movie, and all of you guys watching, let me know. Was this the very first action movie where they shoot the bullet and the rival sniper sees the bullet come at him through the scope, and it goes through the scope glass and then through the guy's eye, through his head? I don't remember seeing that before Sniper.
I don't either.
No.
No. I mean, you see movies, maybe they might have been doing something.
Maybe.
Like that.
Maybe if you guys know, let us know. But that was one of the coolest moments in that movie. I was like, holy shit, But I think they did that again in Saving Private Ryan, but Saving Private Ryan came out way later. But yeah, great film, a classic. I wonder where this film will be in our ranking. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, this started it all. Now, let's get. Holy shit! We're gonna go. We started at 1993, and then 2002 we decided to do another one. So this is already a huge gap, and then you're gonna get another huge gap a little bit later. But let's get into Sniper 2 here. Let's go ahead and talk about Sniper 2, Electric Boogaloo. All right, so Sergeant Beckett's last mission sends him to a remote, war-torn wasteland between Eastern Europe and Asia to assassinate a repressive terrorist leader. Once the job is done, Beckett and his spotter, played by Bokeem Woodbine, find escaping more difficult than anticipated. Now, here's the crazy thing, man. I remember renting Sniper 2 and Sniper 3. And I remember hating them when I rented them because my expectations were so high back then. I was like, oh my God, there's another Sniper movie. And then I think, when did Sniper 3 come out? Sniper 3 came out in 2004, 2 years later. So I remember not liking them. So for this review, the franchise discussion, like I said, a couple of months ago, I finally watched all of them and I revisited 2 and 3. And here's the thing, dude, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with Sniper 2, and there's nothing wrong with Sniper 3. They're like, I'm watching this, I'm like, man, what could I have really hated? I just remember hating these sequels, but when I rewatched them again, I didn't have any expectations this time. I kind of was expecting to hate them again. And I'm watching them, I'm like, no, man, there's some solid action in this. And again, we get an awesome scene with a rival sniper going up against Beckett at the end. Him and Bokeem Woodbine actually play off of each other very well. Berenger, he was kind of struggling a little bit running around. But hey, he's getting older.
Age
And
catches up, my
the
friend.
character,
Age catches up.
yeah, he's struggling. That's me running around right now. But any thoughts on Sniper 2? Things you liked and didn't like, or overall you were fine with it?
I was the same. Like, I was shocked when I walked. I remember renting it. I was like, I walked into the video store and I was like, Sniper 2, and there's Tom Berenger, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, this is like, it's like a decade later, or like, and it's like, holy cow, and it's like, I took it home. I had a different reaction. I was like, this is great. It's Sniper. It's Tom Berenger. Yeah. He doesn't have a trigger finger, but he's using his middle finger, and it's like, and I actually like Bokeem Woodbine. Some of the movies he's in, he's hit or miss with me in terms of his acting and his characters he plays.
Right.
But I liked his arc. I liked, obviously it's not him and Billy Zane, but I thought he filled in nicely. And obviously the budget was not where the first one was, because this is more of a direct-to-video release, but it still had a budget.
Yeah.
And it still had good action sequences. I love the ending when they take on that elite unit that gets sent in after them, and like Bokeem goes crazy and starts shooting everybody and everything. And then of course it has the same thing as in the first one. It shoots the guy right through. It's a recurring theme. It's like that's his signature, if you will.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much.
And it's sad. I always get a little misty at the end. So it's like,
fallen soldier. Yeah.
I mean, people haven't seen these movies, so I don't know how much I should talk about, because I'm reading these comments. They're like, I didn't know there were 11 movies. I'm like, what should I say? I don't know. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. We could be minor spoilery. It's fine. We could talk about some things. It's fine.
Okay.
But no, I was fine with Sniper 2. Some of the action was very solid.
The thing with Sniper 2, and this is a recurring thing with a lot of them, the villains are not memorable. You're just like, all right, whatever. It's like, there's not like that big time, like, like a worthy adversary. They're just these other guys that are good snipers that just are on his trail, and then it's like, oh, I got to take this guy out before he takes this out, type of thing. I said, if you're going to complain about something, that's what you probably complain about.
Yeah, that's a great point to bring up. Yeah, the villains are kind of stock throughout the
third one. When we get to it, I'll tell you my thoughts. But
yes, but solid overall. And you bringing up the fact that you're like, obviously it's smaller budget. It's not as big as budget as the first movie. But I was reading comments. I was like, man, I was fine with this movie. I kind of liked it, and I was like, let me read the comments. And a lot of the comments for Sniper 2 were, oh my God, this looks so low budget. Poor Tom Berenger being in such a low budget movie. I think this is my favorite quote that I keep seeing. This looks like a high school production. A whole bunch of kids put this together. I'm like, dude, let me tell you something right now. If you think Sniper 2 is like the lowest of the lowest budget type of films out there,
holy cow, we got good ones for you then. We should watch some of the movies we see.
Yeah, you have not seen a low budget movie. I've seen micro budget movies. I've seen no budget movies. Yeah, this had a budget. They had a tank in it. They had a shootout on
helicopters.
I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Plus, it's on location. Like, they're shooting these in like other countries and stuff like that.
That costs money.
It's not like they're in the desert in Arizona. It's like they went like across. There's whatever.
I always see that. Oh, the high school students. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, Sniper 3. Definitely they spiced up the action in here, and I think and you have our boy there at the bottom. Hold on, let me get rid of the tab up front here. Let me read the plot synopsis for Sniper 3. Deadly sniper Tom Beckett is recruited by the CIA to go to Ho Chi Minh City and take out a ruthless drug dealer who turns out to be an old war buddy he thought was dead. Also starring the extremely underrated Byron Mann. That guy is extremely underrated. But John Doman, who plays Paul Finnegan, very interesting character in the movie. But yeah, again with this, I was fine, but I kind of noticed they threw in a little bit of the Hong Kong stuff because Hong Kong style, excuse me, that era, Hong Kong action was getting popular in America.
Hmm.
So you could see, Byron Man, two guns ablazing. At one point, he's sliding on the ground in the beginning of the movie. There's martial arts and stuff that he does. He has like a martial arts fight at the end. I was like, okay, it's a sign of its time. I see what they're going with what's popular, but I'm happy that Beckett fought like Beckett because that would have kind of turned me off if I saw Tom Berenger sliding down the fucking shit, two guns blazing. I mean, I would have been like, no, this is not working.
You mean his stunt double sliding down?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Him like in Hard Boiled, Tom Berenger's like sliding and shooting down the stairways. That would have been hilarious to see, but I'm glad they didn't do that. They left the martial arts stuff to Byron. But yeah, give me your thoughts on Sniper 3 and the villain and all that.
One of my favorites out of the franchise, actually. Like I said, and that's like again for what you said is I am that guy. I was like because I got into the martial arts craze, in probably Chuck Norris and then Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then like when this came out, it was well sunk into my cranium. So yeah, I loved Byron Man. I was a huge fan of Byron Man, and I loved that he was in it, and I loved the fighting. And here's the thing: this is kind of like Steven Seagal's later direct-to-video movies, like Tom Berenger. And Tom Berenger, I'm not going to compare him to Steven Seagal because Tom Berenger, he's a great actor and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But like you said, he's like the guy. He's going to take the one shot. He's not going to be the one sliding and running. But like in the Steven Seagal movies in later date, like they have like Victor Webster or they have Bren Foster. Like they're the guys that are running around doing all the action, and then Steven shows up, slaps somebody silly, and then like just knocks him. So this was kind of like that, but I dug it, and I love Byron Man. And again, I like the fact that like they're going like it was Panama, then it was in Bosnia or whatever in the second one. Now we're in Vietnam, so it's like it's and this villain was interesting because it was a former comrade. Plus, he's like falling in love with the guy's ex-wife because that was the doctor. So I was like, that was interesting. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna kill your ex-husband that you think is already dead, but he's not. He's a drug. He's a drug lord in Ho Chi Minh City. And
that's why. Yeah, towards the end, Beckett was like, I gotta, I could easily marry this woman, but I gotta push that aside and get back to the mission, Yep. But yeah, they were great together too. They had good chemistry as well. But yeah,
Byron
again,
just he's a smooth ass mofo. He just he just comes in to a shot and you're just like, it's Byron Man, everybody. He's just charisma. It's like, so yeah,
dude. Especially when you watch The Corruptor, he's so good in that. He's so good in that.
Oh my god!
But yeah, hopefully I can interview him on the channel one day. That'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
But now we're gonna take another break, and there's gonna be huge, even a bigger. Is this a bigger gap between films?
Baby.
Sniper Reloaded. Boom. That's right. We are now in 2011. 2011 now. Another huge gap, and this time. It deals with Tom Berenger's son, Beckett's son, played by the great Chad Michael Collins. This was my introduction to him. He plays Sergeant Brandon Beckett. And Billy Zane's character, Richard Miller, returns. So the plot synopsis for this one, you have the son of a renowned sniper decides to track down the sniper who ambushed his squad when they were sent to rescue a white planter in the Congo. Yeah, this was, dude. I was like, yo, let's fucking go, man. Like, this was like intense. There was some suspense. Chad's team, I mean, we're gonna call him Baby Beckett. Baby Beckett's team got fucked up, man. And then it was intense and grounded and violent. And Billy Zane's character was almost kind of like the mentor, in this one. And he's kind of showing him the way. And I love it. I love the fact that this is what this series has done well, for the most part, is you see the growth of Beckett, Beckett's son, Brandon. You see the growth because at this point, he because of the legend that his father has, he doesn't want to be a sniper. He doesn't want anything to do with it. You
He thinks they're
know,
cowards like everybody else. They hide and like
yeah.
take where we're supposed to run up and like shoot everybody in the face right.
Yeah, so he doesn't he just declines being a sniper. That's not what he doesn't want. He doesn't want to be in his dad's shadow, you know what I mean? So he wants to do his own thing, but when push comes to shove and they get outnumbered at the end, Zane's like, you better grab that sniper rifle and get to going. And Billy Zane's sniper rifle's huge.
Oh my god,
It's
so
like
big,
giant,
huge.
shooting through walls and shit. You got people's heads exploding. I was like, oh shit.
That
I was
50
like,
cal,
dude,
man. It's one of those 50 cal sniper rifles.
dude.
That,
I was
yep.
like in. I was so in. I didn't know it was gonna be that entertaining.
Yeah.
So I'm all in. I was like, dude, I'm enjoying this. This is cool. I gotta watch the next one. But thoughts on Reloaded before we go to the next one?
Same thing, and I love that they took the care and the respect to bridge this, like, because there's sometimes like movies will have sequels or direct-to-video sequels, and it's just by name, or they'll just mention something from a previous one, and it'll be like, oh, it's a sequel. No, they took the time, they made the character his son, and they put Billy Zane as kind of a bridge between, because obviously he wasn't in the last two, but he was in the first one, so he's part of the franchise, so he kind of bridges the gap. So it's Reloaded. That's why it's called Reloaded. It's rebooted. Yeah. It's Reloaded. And like I said, again, just like you said, this is my introduction to Chad Michael Collins. This is the first thing I believe I saw him in, and I loved it. And again, the villain was, the UN guy. You're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, but people are dying and falling over, and
you're there violence. For the action.
And Billy Zane's great. I mean, Billy Zane's more of an extended cameo or glorified cameo. Right. He kind of shows up. He's like, hey, slap out of it, it's like, come on, let's go, and like trains them, and and then he becomes the sniper he was meant to be, and then they go and they kill everybody at the end, and a good time is had by action fans by all. At least I did. I mean,
and Billy Zane's character has matured by now. He's not just the cocky know-it-all, but he has some hilarious moments throughout the series. I think
my God, the one line he has,
yeah, go ahead.
It's the one where he's like, they first show him and he's training the snipers, and the guy's asking, like, how long do we have to lay here? He's like, as long as it takes. It's like, if you're gonna piss, you're gonna piss in your pants, and you'll enjoy it. In fact, I'm doing it right now, enjoying it, or something like that.
But then for the finale at the end, I forgot what Chad said to him. And as Zane's character is walking away, he's like, "No, we're not going to make it out of this."
Yeah, he's like, "We're going to live." He's like, "We're not going to live through this.
We're going to live through this." What are you talking about?
Why are you thinking about the future?
It was hilarious.
That's not what you say to the guy that like is all right. Let's do it. Let's tack up and go, baby.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. But now it's got a big surprise because Beckett himself, Daddy Beckett, returns.
Daddy and Baby Beckett.
That's right. Returns in Sniper Legacy.
And Dennis Haysbert, for just in case you didn't need any more charisma. It's like there's Dennis Haysbert for
you. Right. Plot synopsis. A rogue assassin is taking out military leaders, and Brandon gets word that his father is one. He tries to track down the killer, finds out that his father isn't dead, and realizes that his superior officers are using him as bait to track the killer. Yes. And again, what this franchise has done well is you see him and his son's relationship grow throughout every movie. Because in this movie, he's just like, hey, Daddy Beckett is all business in this movie. There's no hug. There's nothing in this one. When they first meet, there's nothing. And he doesn't even really kind of like apologize, I don't think, for not really being there for him. You know what I mean? No,
correct.
He's not. He's just not. He's just kind of like, nope. This is the job. This is the career I chose. I'm out there in the wild, surviving. This is what I do, and that's it. And
you turned out all right. So
whatever. But yeah, again, and I like the team he ends up with too, and the leader of the team is very good as well. And again, really good stunts, some great action sequences, and we get a little Daddy Beckett bonus at the end, shooting some motherfuckers, which is fine. And I love how they may not at this point know they were going to do more. And I love that final shot of Daddy Beckett kind of walking off into the sunset. You notice that?
Yes. Yeah,
like right at the end, right after he takes the final shot and kills the villain, he kind of just walks off in the sun, and they probably were like, well, we don't know if we're going to do any more. Let's just have some fun here. But yeah, your thoughts on Legacy?
Again, I loved it. Again, I love how they're like, okay, you have Billy Zane, and then this one, it's like, bam, Beckett's back. It's like, all right, so they're making the effort to be like, all right, we're doing this right. Billy Zane's in it now, and as you'll see, they're switching back and forth. Then they're all in it. It's like, so yeah. So I love that aspect of it, and again. Villain wise, you're kind of like, who is the villain again? But yeah. This one kind of does the PTSD thing, because the guy's pissed off. He got sent on a mission and it went to hell, and now he's pissed off and killing everybody that's responsible. But one of the best bad guy deaths in the franchise. One. Oh my!
We won't spoil it.
I won't. But I watched it yesterday again. I was like, oh, that's right. I was like,
dude, that was great.
And then I wish I could spoil it because it's such a cool thing because it goes back to the one shot thing, and then they kind of have an exchange back and forth.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
So
that was a cool moment and a great bad guy death. And like I said, Dennis Haysbert, who does it, he's the colonel, he's barking the orders, he's doing the thing he did from the unit, which is cool and everything. And he walks into a scene, you're just like, it's dead, it's the insurance guy, like, which one is he does? He does Allstate or something.
They were, let's just say they were in good hands.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, again, I watched it, I'm like, is it the greatest action movie? No, but is it entertaining? Hell yeah.
That's all you need.
Had both Beckett's together.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the leader of the group, which you only see him in 2 movies, but the leader of their group is Dominique Mapham, played Major Guy Bidwell.
Yes,
he was really good. I kind of wanted to see him return for the other ones, but he's in 2 of these. But yeah, just very well done action thriller, man. Really enjoyed it.
And again, these are well put together direct-to-video action movies.
Yeah.
And again, whoever said with the budget, I'm like, okay, I don't, because they're shot on location. And again, this is what, in Greece? I think they went to.
John, they don't know.
All right.
Here we go. I think I missed the comment. Hold on. Let's see here. There we go. People who complain of the budget have not seen House Shark. It always goes back to the classic Mystery Science Theater episode of Manos, the Heads of Fate. And if you guys have not heard about Mystery Science Theater, it's one of the greatest, funniest shows ever made, and they make fun of B movies and stuff. They crack jokes and riff during it. But the whole concept of the early part of the show is they're torturing the 2 robots. They're forcing them and Joel, the host, to watch these bad movies, and that's their experiment, right?
Right.
Manos, the Hands of Fate was so bad up to this point in the show. It was so bad that the evil doctors, well, Dr. Forrester and TV's Frank, had to apologize. That's how bad Manos, the Hands of Fate were. They're like, yeah, your regular normal person has never heard of a movie like this. Your regular normal casual person has never even seen a movie like this. So we like to say we're sorry up front. But get in that theater, damn it.
Can I just say, I'm a fan of your Hunter from the Future. Do you think the budget in Sniper 2 bothered me?
No. Me and the immortal John Hancock, we just reviewed your last year. We had a lot of fun reviewing your.
Such a good time with that one.
Yeah. But now, this one really blew me away. We are now at Sniper Ghost Shooter. Billy Zane returns. And let's get into this one. This one, I was like, yo. And I fucked it up. Hold on. I accidentally closed the window. Hold on. I'll bring it up really quick. You got to get that. You got to get that plot synopsis out there. Hold on a second. See, John, I'm excited about talking movies. I mess up.
You should watch mine. I screw up all the time. I always have this outline of what I'm going to do. And then when I'm done recording, I'm like, I forgot to do half of it. Like, oh, well. Right.
Okay. Plot synopsis. Snipers ordered to protect a gas pipeline from terrorists suspect a security breach when they are targeted by a ghost shooter who knows their location. He always knows where they're at. So is there a leak? Is there a betrayal? What's going on? But Dennis Haysbert is back as Colonel. Billy Zane is back in this.
Yep.
And this is just really good stuff, man. Like this, we'll see where this ranks at the end, but it's really high for me. And I love, the opening itself, man. The opening of the movie is just really intense. And, Chad makes a mistake. and something horrible happens.
Yes.
And Zane's character is like, you look at the top picture on the right there, he's like, hey man, you hesitated. You can't do that in our profession.
No.
You want to talk about it? You know?
Yeah.
And so that really, again, look at the character arc for so far with Baby Beckett. You know what I mean? Like,
Baby Beckett, yes.
yeah, it's like some of the most interesting heroes out there always have to go through some shit
Of
and
course.
fail. And then we root for them when they come back and fight and they come back on top. Those are the best heroes.
Listen,
you
it was
know?
a big bad mistake, but it only makes him better, and he learns
Yeah.
from it. And there
Yeah.
you go. Yes.
He knows not to hesitate. But yeah,
Absolutely.
really intense scene in the beginning. But my favorite actually part of the film is when they kind of like punished Chad. They punished Brandon,
Yeah.
and they kind of sent him off on this other mission, recon mission with these Russians. And
I know,
dude,
right?
that's
In the
like my
snow?
favorite.
Yeah.
When he's out there with the Russians, that's my favorite part of the movie. And that
I dig it.
shootout they had out there,
Yes.
bro, that was intense. That was great. I mean, huge body count, tons of violence. It was just, there was so much suspense, and of course, you get some cool action at the end of the movie. But yeah, that's my favorite part of the movie. I kind of wanted him a whole movie with just him and the Russians. But
That
yeah,
would've been fine.
thoughts on Ghost Shooter?
You pretty much summed up what I think. I mean, again, you know, you got Miller's back. You know, Billy Zane's back as Miller. So again, they're always making sure that they take the time to be like, hey, this is a sniper movie.
Yeah.
You know, Beckett's not back, but it's like, well, it's like I said, they're flip flopping back and forth, and like you said, the beginning puts a good arc on it. And Dennis Haysbert, like in the last one, he kind of just walked around and barked orders. This time, he's got the AK-47 and he's rocketed at the end and everything.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
He's getting in on the action. They just
Right
see
there
on
in the
cover
bottom
art,
poster right there. There you go. Yeah.
And like again, it's like it's like a submarine movie. Like, it's hard to make a submarine movie exciting. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do it a certain way, or else it's just a bunch of guys in a tin can in the bottom of the sea. But it's like a sniper movie. It's like you got to do it a certain way. And this series does it. It's like they make it. And again, you got the, you know, ooh, there's another sniper. You know, it's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, it's a recurring thing. But who cares? It's called Sniper, people. So it's like, what do you think's going to happen? And again, I think, if anything, the finale in this one a little bit better than the finale in the last one, because there's a bigger firefight in this one than there was in the last one, and it was more like running kind of thing, kind of at the end of the last one. In this one, it was like all out, the assault the base, and like I said, Dennis Haysbert gets it in, and then they're hiding and shooting their targets and everything. So,
yeah, this one's is extremely high on my list. It's one of my favorites, but it just keeps.
I'm crossing stuff out as I'm like,
okay.
I think it is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna
continue.
Okay,
continue.
The next one. Here we go, guys. The next one, again, another entertaining. You know, this whole action franchise is like comfort food, bro. Like you're going to be entertained.
And it's the Trinity now. It's like with this one, it's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yep.
So now we are at Sniper Ultimate Kill, baby. That's right. 2017 plot synopsis. For the first time, Brendan Beckett, Richard Miller, and Sergeant Thomas Beckett join forces in Colombia to take down a brutal drug cartel. Yeah, so everybody's in this one. And again, I'm not gonna say what it is, but this has one of the greatest openings ever. This is how you open an action movie.
Yes.
And then let's just say there's a lot of wonderful cinematography in the beginning of the movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Some great cinematography, very well done.
Well shot,
but
yep.
But we have another rival sniper, and we got some tech. He's got like a technology lead over our team here in terms of weaponry. You know what I mean? They're like, he's making shots, and Baby Beckett's like, that's impossible.
Yep.
Nobody can make shots like that. What is this, fucking Wanted, where you're curving the bullet? Yeah. There's no curving of the bullets like Wanted, but it's close. But there's new technology out there, so I have to deal with that. But dude, oh my god, when you get to the character of one of the most intense and just crazy scenes, Dana Garcia plays Kate Estrada, who's kind of leading the group when they go. She's on the hunt, and she's kind of leading the group so they can find the villain, and they go out to this hut under this house.
They're after the drug cartels.
Yes, they go out to this excluded house, and it's a trap. And it's one of the most intense. And dude, when the guy gets shot in the face, she tries to rescue the guy, and the sniper's like, "Oh, this is easy. Thanks for bringing him out in plain view for me." Boom! We're following the bullet, and you just see the guy. I mean, huge shout out and props
It's like
to the practical effects, bro.
Yeah.
But like artists of that movie, but the face just explodes, dude. Like it's fucking wild. Is this like the most violent? Like it's one of the most violent kills in the franchise for sure. Like that whole face is done.
That and like I said, how the bad guy dies in Legacy. That would have chef's kiss. I saw that again yesterday. I was like, oh, that's right. I was like, I love this one.
But yeah, this one, the action is very well done, very good. But it's more of a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like a nonstop action type movie. It's more of let's survive. We're on our own,
right?
Kind of thing. Yeah, and we're trying to work.
The first one's not an all-out action movie.
No,
it's more of a military thriller with beats of action in it.
Right. But what I mean is like there's no like the Russian scene with him and the Russians, like this huge body count and violence. There's really nothing like that in this. But the action that's in this is still great. It's still really good. Chad is great. Everyone's great. But at this point, Thomas Beckett, he doesn't go out there and shoot. But explain Thomas's character and role in this movie.
So yeah, he's the head of the team that's assembled. He's the one that brings everybody in. Yeah, so that was my pet peeve with it. It's like he's just relegated to I'm in the chair. I'm like I expected him to spit around like a Bond villain at one point. Like here's your mission, everybody. It's like, but he gets the phone call, and even Brandon was like, I thought you retired. He's like, I'm surprised you answered the phone. He's like, I did, and they got him to headline this thing. And of course, who's he bring in? He brings in everybody that he knows is the best, his son and Miller, and of course, Danny Garcia is the head of DA. She's the hot lady of the movie. We forgot to talk. There's hot women in every single movie. Yeah. When Brandon Beckett, Baby Beckett got lucky and reloaded. And then of course in Legacy there's a hot one, and then now Danny Garcia. It's like there's always it's easy on the eyes, if you will. But yes, which Tom Berenger's role is limited to being in the but he's there. Right. It's still
cool. Yeah, it's still cool seeing him.
It's still seeing all together. It's still awesome. Yeah.
And speaking of villain deaths. Dude, the villain death after this one is nuts. You guys have to see it. I won't spoil that one.
We won't. Dude, yeah, you guys gotta check these movies out.
Crazy,
Get on
bro.
it, man.
It's crazy. Yeah. But another just very entertaining, very well done number in the franchise, and I'm just loving this series so far. But I have a little pet peeves on the next couple of ones. We're gonna get into it. I'm sure John loves these next couple of ones more than me, but it's fine.
Hang on, I think you and I are going to kind of relate to what I have a feeling. If you
okay, so we're talking banger after banger after banger after banger so far, and I love all four of those movies. They could be interchangeable to me.
They could be.
They could be because I
think that's a problem though. It's like the last three. It's kind of like they're kind of similar in the way they look and the way. I think that's what throws people off and everything.
Probably. So I mean interchangeable in terms of like getting the same type of entertainment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, of course.
But now, I forgot to mention, we show a little bit more of character arc between dad and father and son here, because at the end, because remember in Legacy, Beckett's like, it's the job. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I couldn't be there. I don't even know. He didn't even apologize. He's like, it's the job. No. But this one, you could tell they're talking to each other a little bit more. And at the end of Ultimate Kill, he actually embraces his son for the first time because he's proud of him, and he hugs him. He hugs him, and he gets a little watery-eyed. And he says before he walks away, he goes, "Hey, maybe one day you can come out and we can go fishing." So remember that, because that comes into play in the next movie. So now we are at Sniper Assassin's End here. And this one, it's interesting. We're gonna get into it. Here's the plot synopsis. legendary sniper Thomas Beckett and his son, Special Ops sniper Brandon Beckett, are on the run from the CIA, Russian mercenaries, and a Yakuza-trained assassin named Lady Death, with sniper kills that rival both legendary sharp shooters. Yes, and the name of, let me get the actress's name who played Lady Death. I don't know, why is she not on here?
She.
Oh, there she is.
I don't know.
Sayaka Akimoto plays
Akimoto. Yeah, Akimoto.
Yuki Mifune. And as soon as Ryan Robbins showed up, I had a big smile on my face. I was like, "Oh shit!" Ryan Robbins he plays the character of Zero,
Yep.
an operative, and he shows up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I like this guy, man. He's always fun in movies." But this one, what kind of saves this one for me,
Yep.
is the relationship between father and son.
Okay.
Their character arcs growing, because now we're getting to the point where baby Beckett's on the run now. It's like which has fallen it was it where he was like they were chasing after him.
Angel has fallen.
Angel,
and then, of
right?
course, Liam Neeson did it in Taken 3, so it's kind of following that trope of the
the
fallen hero type of
thing.
Yes.
So baby Beckett's framed. He's on the run, so he goes to meet his dad out in the cabin in the woods where his dad was fishing. And they finally start bonding a little bit more, and finally Thomas's character reveals that he actually did want to be with his son. He actually reached out and stuff like that, but the mom wasn't having it.
Right? Yeah, there's a big revelation.
The mother was like, nope. So that was it took a long time for Thomas to like actually say that to his son, but they bonded a little bit, and I love that little action sequence when they get outnumbered out there. And I love the reference to his missing finger from the first Sniper movie. I love that they took the time to reference that. And he's still badass. He's still shooting people as old as he is and defending himself and stuff like that. This is the reason to watch the movie is these two guys, in my opinion. Now, and I like the character of Zero. And for a second there, I thought Zero was taking over the franchise because you followed him a lot throughout the movie. And I was like, oh, is this a passing of the torch? Is Zero going to be the star of the movie? I didn't know where it was going. But it's weird because Lady Death looks awesome. I love she's a cool martial artist. I love the way her look, and I mean the name Lady Death. It's an awesome comic book character, by the way. I got a Lady Death statue over here. But when she started martial arts fighting with Brandon in the woods, I was like, oh, okay. So we're going martial arts action now. And I didn't know how I felt about that. You know what I mean? Like you go all the way back to Sniper 3, Man was doing the martial arts. And I was like, oh, it's a sign of the time. We gotta do what's popular. But since Sniper 3, for the most part, all the action's kind of been grounded. So once all of a sudden we have this long martial arts fight with martial arts fight type of choreography, as you can see down there in the picture where we're facing off in the forest, it's not a bad fight at all. It's a solid fight. But I didn't know how to feel about it at first. I was kind of like, oh, okay, we're going the raid now. It's martial arts action now. That's what we're doing. Okay. So just a warning to everyone that just be prepared. There's going to be roundhouse kicks thrown and that type of action, which kind of took for a second took me out of it, but I got over it really quick. Now, if the series started this way, like if the series, this is a martial arts action series from the beginning, like the Raid 2, blah, 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 then I wouldn't have any issues with this. But it kind of took me off guard a little bit. It kind of just took me off guard a little bit. But it's fine. It was a solid fight. And I like her character. But in terms of action, despite the ambush, the awesome ambush earlier was cool. And he pulled out the double guns there at the top. Pick photo you can see right there. Took some dudes out from heat. He killed those guys with the mask on. But that was great. And in terms of action, not really a lot. Even the finale to me was a little disappointing because you introduce this Lady Death character. and she kind of really doesn't do anything at the end. And we really didn't have a body count at the end. It was just kind of like, and the main villains didn't have a lot of guards. They just had, there were just two guys or maybe four, in the house. So it's a satisfying ending in the fact of you see the growth between father and son. And there is a issue that Thomas Beckett has always gone through in terms of making a mistake and shooting somebody he cares about. And they bring that back up towards the end. And I like that baby Beckett makes him get over that mistake. He stopped feeling guilty about the mistake he made a long time ago. So it's entertaining. It's worth watching. It's definitely, worth watching to see the growth of the characters. And there is some good action in it. Just in terms of finale wise, it just kind of felt a little limp, especially when you have this character, Lady Death, who's you find out later is kind of forced to do her killings. She doesn't really do anything at the end of the movie. So what is your thoughts on Sniper Assassins? And you loved it. Can you hear
cut
me?
out there for a minute.
Oh, yeah. What's your thoughts on the movie?
Oh, okay. So I think I liked it more than you did, which is fine. I respectfully disagree with the martial arts aspect. I dug the martial arts aspect, and I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to have more of this like when I kind of tell you my thing at the end here. But I dug it because this is the first because they're kind of going off in a different direction, and that's how this franchise is lasting because like I said, the last few were kind of similar to each other in terms of style and plot and devices and stuff like that. Yes, you had them, and you had Miller, and you had Beckett back and everything. So now they're kind of they're switching it up a little bit, and I actually interviewed him for this one, and we talked. About adding the Hong Kong side because if anything, I thought the scene you were talking about where he gets ambushed, that was a little John Woo action for not a lot, but it was kind of like a little homage.
Yeah,
and of course you had the Hong Kong flair with the fight. I dug their fight.
It's a good fight.
It had some flair, but I thought it was grounded. It wasn't over the top, and they kept it, realistic in a sense with the choreography.
Yeah, nobody was tricking. Nobody. It wasn't that over the top. It was,
and you could tell that Beckett was kind of he had his ass handed to him a little bit from her because she was obviously better equipped with this type of fighting than he was, but he still held his own a little bit. Yeah. So I dug it. I mean, and I knew what they were doing with it. They're switching things up. And again, I love Ryan Robbins. He's great. He was in the TV series Sanctuary. I don't know if you remember that show that was on Sci-Fi. I dug him on that one, and I like now. This is their first time together, but as you'll see later on, kind of like with him and his dad, the chemistry and everything. So
copy that. Yeah, definitely worth. It's entertaining. Definitely worth watching.
It is. It's. I mean, is it great? No, but I watch it on occasion. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. All right. Now. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, John, but I got to be honest.
It's the dark horse.
Sniper Rogue Mission. And again, let me get rid of some tabs here.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. If this series, again, started this way.
You would have been fine.
But would have been fine, right? But this was a tonal whiplash.
Oh. It cracked you in the back of the head and the front of the face.
You guys, when I watched this, right in the beginning, we get this animated James Bond-esque panels, and the soundtracks like James Bond Spy, Ocean's 11 type, and I'm like, and this is me watching it. I'm going, oh, what is this? What are we doing?
You go back to it's like, yep, it's a sniper. Okay, all right.
What are we doing?
I was making sure.
Yeah, what are we doing? But let's get into Sniper Rogue Mission here. So, when a corrupt federal agent is implicated in a human trafficking network, CIA sniper Brandon Beckett teams up with his allies, National Security Agent Zero, and the murderous Lady Death to catch him. And our boy, the Colonel, I forgot to mention. In the last movie, there were issues between him and Beckett, baby Beckett. Remember, Beckett's like, "Look, man, I need your help," and he's like, "Look, these guys are going to get away with it. I'm kind of retired in a way, And this one, he's like, "No, you know what? I'm out of retirement. Fuck it. I'm going to form my own group.
Yep.
And we're going to go from there." So he's Baby Beckett motivated him basically to get back in the get back out there.
That's why it's
Again,
called Rogue Mission.
yeah. Again, Robbins is great. Him and Chad have great chemistry. Lady Death is also fun. There are moments in the movie that the action's solid. You still get the R-rated violence, which was surprising. I was very surprised by that. But it's just the tone, man. Like I wasn't ready. If I go back and watch it now, maybe I'll like it more. But I just wasn't ready, man, because I'm like, are they trying to be Marvel movie? Is this Guardians of the Galaxy? What are we doing? And even Lady Death would have these comedic moments where she's a waitress and she sees Beckett and them coming, and she like pops up real quick with the sound effect, and then she's like, oh, and then she runs away, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening? And then we get a guy in the chair character. What's his name?
The tech guy. Oh,
yeah,
I didn't write. I should have. I was gonna write this stuff down, especially like the actors and stuff, but I did not write it down.
Intelligence Pete.
Yeah, Intelligence Pete. Thank you. IP.
Yeah, Intelligence Pete.
IP. Intelligence Pete. Yeah, they call it.
Yeah, and it's there's this big long joke about Fanta that goes on forever. Fanta soda, and then John, I'm sitting here like, what are we doing?
What are
we doing? But Robbins has a nice little interesting fight in an elevator. But even the villains are like super cartoony and over the top. So clearly
they're inept.
Yeah.
Like the one scene, like the guy's like, he comes out of the house and okay, I'll let you continue.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so this again, yeah, you said like I got spoiler alert. This was not my favorite. I watched it the first time and I was like you. I remember Owen from the Actually, he saw it before I did. He's like, hey, did you see Rogue Mission? I'm like, no, I was like, I just got the screener because I'm gonna review it.
Yeah.
He's like, prepare yourself. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right. And then I watched it. I'm like, holy shit, what the hell's going on right now? And then there was like, and then something would happen. He'd be like, okay. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And like, oh, here it comes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, I have no idea what's going on with this movie right now. It's a total tonal shift, like you said. At the beginning,
whiplash.
All these women get massacred. It is the most serious scene ever. And
Yeah.
Zero comes out of the warehouse and he's just like, he's distraught. And then it's like comedy, and it's like, and it's like it's like, Weekend at Bernie's type crap going on. And I'm like, what? I'm like, is this supposed to be like an action comedy? But then we have these serious scenes where like all these women get massacred and it's about sex trafficking.
I know.
But then you said there's solid moments with Lady Death. She's got solid moments in it. Beckett.
Yeah.
I think Beckett's least used in this one, if you ask me.
Yes.
But Ryan Robbins, again, you got to love a good elevator fight scene, and he has one in this one. That's solid. But then the finale was just like, that's it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, at least there was a little action going up to there because the finale was like,
yeah. But it was just like, what?
Now I have grown to like it more. I watched it 2 or 3 times, and I watched it again yesterday. Like I said, I was just binging, and I watched it again. I was like, okay. And again, it goes back to what I just said earlier, where they're trying different things. That's how this franchise has lasted, because they're revamping it.
Right.
Now the only problem is like people that've been with it, like you and I, for a while, are like, whoa, wait a second here, and it's just like, I have no idea. But then I got it, but I didn't. I still didn't like it. Is basically what I'm saying.
I think the director here, Oliver Thompson, he did this and G.R.I.T.
Yes.
He clearly had a style and clearly vision of how he wants things to be super colorful. He wants these crazy comic book panel transitions. He wants tons of crash zoom-ins. We had a lot of that. He was trying to keep things entertaining. So it's not like there wasn't any effort. A lot of hard work went into the next.
And I
two
think
movies.
I told Chad that. I think I talked about this. I'm like, Chad, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a fan when I was watching it, and he was like, okay, I was like, I get it, and I was like, I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, I just wasn't ready. You know what this felt like? This and G.R.I.T. It felt like the main sniper movies would stay kind of mostly serious for the most part, and this was the TV series.
Yeah, that's a good
right.
Oh, you just nailed it. You just hammered it right in there.
Right, like the TV show's gonna totally different vibe. Same characters, just totally different vibe. That's
Yep.
kind of what I got out of it.
And I think they were like, "Hey, let's do this," but then, as you can see, again, we'll talk about the last one. They were just like,
Yeah.
"Nope." It's like so.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah.
So after I watched this, because I've been telling my wife, because she wants to know, she knows I'm a fan of the series, and she was like, "So, how was Rogue Mission?" And I was just like, "Oh, I don't know what to think. I don't know. Like,
You
this,
were
I
like,
don't know."
you were like,
But this,
I watched it so you wouldn't have to.
I said this though, and this is like perfect. I said, I hate the tone. I don't like it. I don't like joke every 5 seconds. It looks like the next movie is by the same director, and it kind of looks like it's going to have the same tone. Again, not a fan of the tone, but if there's tons of awesome action in it, and I can find some entertainment somewhere, boom, I can dig it. I can dig it, and that's what I got with Grit. Pretty much same tone, same goofy. I mean, the villains, bro. The villains, their names, super over the top, colorful. But
Bobola, was that his name?
Bobola. Yeah, I think it's Bobola.
Were those bananas on his necklace? I think he had 3 bananas on his necklace.
Whatever he's wearing there in the top photo there. But yeah, I kind of got what I was hoping for. Again, same tone, not a fan, but there was way more better action, in my opinion, in Grit than in Rogue. I mean, the body count was huge at the end of this movie. Tons of violence, gore, and not super gory, but Zero at some point gets on a minigun and mows down a whole bunch of people. Lady Death has this almost one take fight scene. She fights like 30 dudes. So I was like, okay, I'm at least getting, there's some meat here. Like I can at least enjoy like the action, because there's a lot more action compared to the first one. Now, what is your thought on Grit?
Okay, so liked it a lot better than Rogue Mission. I thought that the tone of the last one was kind of toned down for they kind of keep it, but they were probably like, yeah, we went too far with the last one. So it's there, but not as bad. And like I said, the villains are kind of cartoony, but there's a switch. I'm not going to spoil it. So you think one thing, but it actually turns out, which was kind of cooler with exactly what happens, in terms of not spoiling what really happens. And then, and actually, a different actress plays Lady Death, so that kind of took me out a little bit, because I guess there was a schedule conflict with the.
Oh yeah, I was getting ready to ask you if you knew why we recasted Lady Death.
I think it was a scheduling conflict she had with because she's a singer too. She sings and does all kinds of stuff. So I think she had issues, and so they got the new actress. And again, I didn't write her name down. I apologize.
I got it right here. Luna Fujimoto.
Thank you.
The new the new Lady Death. And this time around, because again, I'm not a huge fan of this type of tone, but at this point, I'm kind of semi used to it, because I'm like, okay, this is the director's vision. This is what he wants. So even though I don't like the tone, still, Baby Beckett and Zero's chemistry are still really good together.
Okay, and that's it. It's like from now, this is their third movie together. So of course, Assassin's End, they just meet each other, and he's on the run, so they didn't really have a lot of scenes together. So the second one, and now this one. So yeah, they got great chemistry together. I love what they're doing with it, and actually, I kind of like the whole team vibe. Dennis Haysbert, and I kind of like his chemistry with Intelligence P. Because
it was so ridiculous.
They're on the plane. He's like, "You should really try this." He's like, "I'm good with my whiskey already." No, you should really try it. He's like, and then at the end when they're going in, and he's got the phone and he's got the camera.
So ridiculous.
He's like, "Wait a second." He's like, "Okay, now," and he's like. He's like, "Oh, did you shoot him?" Oh, okay, yeah. But then the finale, so much. Oh, it's like like they watched the last one. They're like, you know what? We totally effed up on that. Let's just guns blazing. And like I said, Lady Death has that one. A couple actually. Like she has the initial oneer, and then they cut, and then she kind of has another smaller oneer scene, and she kills it. She crushes it. I love that fight scene. And again, Beckett kind of takes a back seat a little bit, but he still has the guns blazing, and he still does his sniper thing. Oh, so much better. 10 times better than the last one. Absolutely.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a smile on my face towards the end. I'm not gonna lie.
And I love how he's like he's like because Zero likes Uzi. He's like, "I got you an Uzi." He's like, "Thanks." and he's got 2 of them in his hands at the end, and he's like, da, 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 da. And I love how he's shooting, and he's still shooting when he switches to go around to the other guy, and it's like you're just wasting bullets. But you know what? It's cool. Who cares? Do what you want.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Oh man, but yeah, as an action movie, as a martial arts action movie, comedy, you can't go any wrong. You
And
can't do
again,
no wrong with Grit.
we're not spoiling it. So come for the initial and then stay for what it delivers, because like the goofiness of the who they're going after, that's not what happened. So it's
Yeah.
much better, and it's actually the arc is a lot juicier, if you will, in terms
Ooh,
of because
juice-
it relates to one of the main characters. So
Right.
that was kind
Yeah.
of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard
Hmm.
that there was a new sniper movie coming out in January, and I was like, oh, please, please, please. Even though I had some fun in the last one, please let's can we go back at least a little bit to what made Sniper great and stand out. And I am happy to report, baby, Sniper The Last Stand. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm
If
so
I had one of
happy.
those popper things, I would pop them right now.
Sparklers.
Like whistles.
Yeah, I am so happy and thrilled that they have gone back to its roots in a way, but they still have kind of kept some things from the previous movies. So you kind of have a entertaining hodgepodge, because now you still have the martial arts fight choreography scenes. There is a little bit of comedy between Beckett and Zero, but it's not like ridiculous. We're having a 10-minute joke of Fanta type of level of comedy. And it's violent. There's a huge body count. It has a darker feel. So it's this really cool hot like combination of the last couple of movies. And I'm so happy they pulled it off. I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to say it, brother. This movie, out of all of them, has probably the best opening action sequence. I think the opening action sequence to this, where they're raiding to go take out Arnold Vosloo. Dude,
I wish
that
he
was
would-
fucking great.
I love Arnold Vosloo. I just
Yeah.
wish he was in it more. That's
I know. I know.
It is
That's
what it
only
is.
that's only a little bit of a downer, is that he's not in
Yeah.
the movie that much.
Because if he
But-
was in it all the way through, memorable villain. There you go.
I know.
Mummy.
I
It's
know,
like
I know. But I mean, in terms
Zartan
of,
from the G.I. Joe movies. There you
Right?
go, everybody.
but in terms of the narrative, it kind of makes sense why he's not there that long,
Yes,
because
it
it's kind of told
does.
backwards.
Yes.
They go back and forth, But yeah, the opening action sequence when the team goes in, they raid. This is a huge raid. It's some really good shit, man. Really, just violent, blasting people through doors. Some really good stuff, and just serious. And I'm just like, oh, thank God we're back to this tone. Oh my God. But I'm not gonna lie, when Zero and Baby Beckett would kind of wisecrack back and forth to each other, I kind of laughed. I smiled. You know what I mean? I even didn't mind the ridiculous Grit t-shirt, or what was he wearing? Baby
They
Beckett.
made, okay, I'll talk about it when it's my turn. But yeah.
No,
so,
go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna flat out say this is one of my. I mean, I know it's only March 4th. But
Yeah,
This is one of my favorite action movies of the year. So
Hell yeah.
it's gonna be up there. Like,
Yeah,
I
oh,
mean, in
yeah.
terms, I remember. And here's the thing. And I always message chat, because you notice like these last sniper movies, you don't know they're coming. There's nothing on the IMDb. There's nothing promoted about. How do they do that with social media and everything? And I go, Chad. I just saw a trailer for Sniper, whatever. I'm like, how the fuck did you guys make this and nobody know about it? He's like,
Yeah.
But again, I saw the trailer for it. I was like, I want to watch it right away. And then I messaged Chad. I go, Chad, there's a new Sniper movie. Screener? He's like, oh yeah, I'll hook you up. I was like, oh. I was like, so you sent it to me, and I watched it. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh.
Well, Chad, you killed it, brother. You killed it. Mr. Ryan Robbins, you killed it. Everybody involved was
Listen,
great.
you talked about the
Yeah.
beginning. The last 30 minutes of this movie, chef's kiss. Holy
Oh, yeah.
cow. Oh my God. It's
And-
awesome.
Me and John are suckers for, a few against many type of action films. We
Oh.
love that stuff, dude. I can all the time. Like all the time.
I love my hero's badass, and I love when it's a female hero. That I love, and there's a particular one in here, and she's like, and she takes out axes. You're just like,
Tomahawks.
"Fucking go, yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then here's the thing: the beginning opens up, right, and then all this stuff happens, and then they go back in the past. And then they let you build time with these characters.
Yeah.
And then it sucks when they die, because you're like, oh, because because they let you spend time with these people
Yeah.
when they're training and they're doing their thing and everything,
Yeah.
and you get to know these people, and
Mhm.
each one has a specific. They're like GI Joe. They all have a specific skill set,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so like at the beginning, you know something happened. So it's like we don't know who these people are going to be dead already when the initial assault goes, and then
Right.
you find out. And then when it starts happening, you're like, "Oh my god!" And then it's like,
Yeah.
and then there's only a few of them left, and then it's just like, and all these soldiers are coming, and that's why it's called The
Yeah.
Last Stand. And then put
Yeah.
that picture back up, that bottom picture. Oh,
Yeah.
best moment ever in a sniper movie.
Let's go.
It's like Butch and Sundance. It's
Yeah.
like, and I just love it. And again, I'm gonna spoil just a little bit here, where Beckett's telling everybody, "You guys go, I'll cover you," because he's shot, and it's like, and then Zero's like, "Fuck you." He's like, "Where you go, I go." And
That's
he's
right.
like- and then and they
Yeah.
just took, and they charge out and they start shooting, and then they run
Yeah.
out of ammo, and you're just like, "What's gonna happen?" And I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
so good, so good.
And
so
it
good.
kind of rewards you. Well, it rewards you if you're an action martial arts film lover. It rewards you, for being that. But it also rewards you for watching these.
But they make fun of it, like you were talking
Yeah.
about. He actually has a Grit T-shirt. It says Grit on it, and the one guy talks. He's like, "You guys have T-shirts?" He's like, "Yeah, it's like a fan club or something like." And he's like totally bashing them because he's
You have
wearing
merch?
a T-shirt. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
merchandise. He's
Yeah.
like, and he's like, "Yeah." And again,
Yeah.
it plays into the Stinger scene too. That I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. Yeah. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
like, ooh, where are they going?
They
You know,
left it
so
open. They left it
Grit's
open.
still there, but they totally went in another direction with this last one, and it was like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Yep.
They even he even briefly references the colonel.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, he's back with the team doing their own thing. All right, so now we're moving forward. But yeah, great stuff.
But
they
okay,
nailed
one
it.
more thing.
Sure.
Thing. At the end, during the final assault, the final battle, everybody gets their chance to shine. Everybody that's left all have their moments in terms
Yeah.
of whether it's fighting or if it's shooting. It's
Yeah.
like everybody gets their initial moments to shine, and listen. If you and again, you were talking about. Did you want to mention it now, like what you were reading before we came on about the rating for this movie?
Yeah, I guess so. You can hear both of us gush about this movie. But I don't understand why this is the lowest rated sniper movie on IMDb. I don't understand it. It used to be a 4.7. It's actually gone down to a 4.5. And I do not understand why. So let's put this in perspective. This movie has a higher rating
Yeah.
than this. And I don't understand it. So I started reading the comments, and it kind of seems like these people who did most of the rating aren't really fans of the franchise or have seen the other movies. They kind of just came into this, and guess what? You get the same old. This looks like some low budget movies. I know some high schoolers that can make a better movie. Now, why do I have an accent right now? I don't know, but but I do not understand. I think Amazon Prime the rating's high, but for some strange reason,
It's
on
IMDb.
IMDb, I
It's like
don't get it.
They
at
like to
all.
crush things. And all I got to say is, listen, I've been watching action movies, I'm 52 now, so like 45, 46 years.
Yeah.
If you don't like Sniper the Last Stand, even if this is the first Sniper movie, is it original? No. Does it have tropes from other action movies? Hell yes.
Yeah.
It's got the same stuff, but
Sure.
it's like, if you don't like this movie, you're not an action fan. I don't know what else
Yeah.
to do for you. I really don't. Is it The Raid? No. Nothing's The Raid.
It's not trying to be the Raid, though.
No.
It's trying to be another entertaining sniper film.
And it's awesome.
And we forgot to mention.
What,
Oh, go ahead.
Go first. You go first.
The most important thing out of this is, again, this franchise has done a great job of showing the character development of Beckett.
That's what I was going to say.
At
His
this
arc,
point,
he's become a leader.
he's a leader now. He didn't want to
So-
be. He didn't even want to be a leader. He's
No.
like, I don't want to do this. I don't
I
want to lead this.
I just want to stand back and shoot my gun from a distance.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
So again, you show that, and if they're gonna, I really like him as this character now. If we do another one, I want him to be again continuing to be the leader and lead another group, and then mentor maybe a new sniper.
Well, he
'Cause we
kind of
still-
was in this one.
yeah.
He was mentoring
That's
another
right.
sniper in
That's
this one,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But
But yeah,
so awesome.
very well done, man. I'm very happy. But yeah, I don't understand 4.5 out of 10. That's, high schoolers.
All I can think of is trolls. They're just, for a certain reason, they're just bashing movies just to bash. Because I was reading some of the reviews too. Like, listen, nobody tells me if I'm gonna like a movie or not. The only person that tells me is me.
That's right.
I mean, I listen to you and I listen to Owen. I'm like, if you guys tell me something, I'll take it into consideration. I'll be like, okay, I like know what they're talking about and stuff like that. Do I always agree? No, I'm different. Right. But at the same time, oh my God, I'm just like, you people don't get it.
Yeah.
You just don't
well,
get
you know what? It's, let them be bitter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let them stew and be angry for no reason.
Do they have Disney money? Do they have Disney money? No.
I don't know.
It still looks good. I mean, do they have the CGI muzzle flashes kind of? Yeah, but it's not that bad. I've seen some pretty bad CGI muzzle flashes in some really low rent movies. It's not bad. It looks good. You got real explosions, real stunts. Mm-hmm. Women kicking ass, men kicking ass, tomahawks, you said. It's like, Jesus, what can he do?
Again, go watch Manos, the Hands of Fate. Actually, watch my review of Manos, the Hands of Fate with the Gear Brothers.
That better than the movie.
I think I showed a few clips, so if you're too scared to actually, I dare you. Don't even watch the Mystery Science Theater one because you're cheating. Because there's funny jokes.
Watch the
unedited. I dare you to, because I have the Blu-ray of Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Wow.
I have it remastered. And I watched it from beginning. I'm laughing the whole time, but I watched it from beginning to end. No jokes. Tons of dead air. I dare you to watch that version. Actually, I think Manos, the Hands of Fate is on, the whole movie's on YouTube.
Do you remember when the first Sharknado movie came out, the Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah.
Oh my God. My wife at the time and I we got 5 minutes into it. I was like, I can't do it. I turned it off. I was like, I can't do it. I haven't seen one since. I cannot. And people are calling this movie shit. I'm like, oh my God, you guys.
Well, you know what? My issue, because I'm a big, huge fan of B movies and creature features, right?
Oh, me too.
So my problem with the Sharknado movies is that they're trying to be that, they're missing the point. They're just throwing shit at the wall and see what works.
What sticks?
And then they claim to be like a B movie creature feature, and I'm like, no, you guys are missing. No. Watch Zombievers. Watch The Velocipaster. Those are hilarious. What was the one I just watched? Invisible Raptor.
Oh, I got the screener for that. I never. Did watch
those are hilarious B movies. That's how you do it. But they just kind of missed the mark.
It's an invisible dinosaur, right? Is that what that is? Like they can't see it?
That
hilarious. Sucks.
Dude, it's hilarious, bro.
Right.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
And there's some good kills in it too. But here's the thing. You guys can it's okay to like what you like. It's okay to not like what you don't like. It's fine. It's a free country. It's fine. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. But me and John's what annoys me and John sometimes is when you don't give good reasons why you don't like it. It's just like, okay, well, I can't take your review seriously now. What is this? High schoolers can make a better movie. All right. Well, we made it to the end here. Let's have some fun and let's finally get to the ranking part.
I changed mine 3 times since I've been here.
I have to look at mine and see what I have. I might have to change mine, but let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's do it. Sorry,
I didn't mean to cut you off there.
It's all good, baby. I didn't know. I think that's
what were you saying?
My ex would probably do that to shut me up. But what was I saying? I'll probably wake up tomorrow and be like, nope, and switch it around again.
If we do this again next year, we'll have a different order.
I messaged you. I was like, this is one of the hardest rankings I've ever had to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
So we'll go back and forth. So your number 10 is
11. There's 11.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking top 10.
Yeah.
Your number 11 is
shockingly Rogue Mission.
My number 11 is
shockingly. Listen, I like it better than you now, probably.
Yeah.
But still, it was a misfire on many levels.
Right. All right. Number 10.
Mine is Assassin's End.
Wow, look at that. That is mine as well.
Wow.
Number 10 for both of us. Sniper Assassin's End. There are snipers in the movie.
There are more
All
than one.
right.
You're correct.
Number 9.
All right, this might be a dark horse selection for you,
Okay.
but I put Legacy at number 9.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So
And there's a
number
reason
9?
why these last couple. Yeah, I know.
Sure.
I kind of already explained it. But.
Yeah. Nice. Legacy for number 9. Number 9 for me, this might shock you, but I'm putting it there. Grit is my number 9. Okay. All right. Number 8 for John.
Ultimate Kill.
Okay. Ultimate Kill is number 8. My number 8 is, hold on a second, Sniper 2 is my number 8.
See, now we're getting differences of opinions.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yep.
Okay. Number 7.
Mine is not my number 7 right now. Right now is Reloaded.
All right. Boom. Look at that. All right. My number 7 is Sniper, if I can find it, 3.
Okay.
It's my number 7. Number 6.
Sniper 2.
All right. My number 6 is Reloaded, baby. That's my number 6.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Number 5.
My number 5, my halfway, kind of halfway point is Ghost Shooter.
Nice. There we go. Bam. Number 5 for John. My number 5 is Legacy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Number 4.
All right. My number 4, I put it higher than yours, is Sniper 3. And that's because, again, for Byron Man, I'm a big fan, and I love the whole chemistry between them two. And, of course, Byron Man kicking ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Number, you're going to kill me. You're going to kill me.
Go ahead.
Number 3. Oh, you're going to kill me.
Your number 4
is The Last Stand. Number 3 is I'm sorry.
Number 4.
Sorry.
Yeah,
that's spoiler alert.
It's okay.
Number 4, Ultimate Kill for me.
Ultimate Kill.
Okay. Did you do your number 4 yet?
Yes, mine was Sniper 3. My 3 was number 4. Sniper
so your number 3 is
Grit.
All right. All right. My number 3 is Last Stand.
Wow, that okay. Hey,
still top 3.
Yeah,
still top 3.
Very respectful.
Right. Okay. Number 2.
Now there's only 2 left, so I'm gonna get shade probably for this one, but
it's all right.
The other one won it out for me. Number 2 is the OG Sniper for me. Number 2.
Look at that! Boom. Number 2. All right. Nice. All right. My number 2. You're gonna go crazy. You're gonna be like, what? I just really love Ghost Shooter, man.
Good. Okay.
It
was number 5 for me. So
yeah, I just really love this one. I really love this one a lot. Your number 1?
There's only one left, and it's The Last Stand.
Okay.
Again, it's the newest, and I've seen it like 5 times already. And in terms of action movies, you still get Beckett sniping action, but you get so much more. It just kicks 800 tons of ass.
Yeah. It's one of the best action films of the year. But number 1, I gotta go. What got my foot in the door. I'm biased. I gotta go with the original.
I get it. Listen, I was gonna do the same thing. I was gonna be like, then I just watched Last Stand again this afternoon, getting ready for this. I was like, nope. Because I'm like shouting at the TV when people are getting killed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I just really like The Last Stand. I thought if you love action movies, you gotta love The Last Stand for what it offers. Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. Again, when we do these types of lists, if me and John do this 3-5 months from now, I'm probably going to have Last Stand will probably be number 1. But that's what's great. That's what's great about these lists.
This was just watching it, all the crossouts. I have like 4 different lists going on since I've been. If you ever saw me sit there, dude, I was listening to you, but I'm like, yep, okay, yep.
But that's what's great about a really awesome franchise is that you can always you know what, number 5 is my number 1 now, damn it. You can always change it up because they're all good.
I want to make sure I say that I love or like all these movies, even Rogue Mission for what it is.
It has its moments.
Is it a train wreck? Yeah, but it's like it's still a sniper movie and it still has its moments. These movies are great. It's one of the greatest action franchises out there if you think about it. I mean, aside from the Fast and Furious movies, like that has like 11 coming out soon. It's like nothing else comes close. So it gives you what are they trying different things now with these? But that's the longevity of it. And I talked to Chad about that. And he's like, yeah, mixing it up, trying different things, and that's why we're talking. Like I said, I would never have thought in 1993 watching it in a movie theater I'd be here in 2025 being like, oh, sniper number 11.
Right,
like,
right.
So
well, hopefully we get some more snipers. Fuck it, let's go to 20. Let's do it. As long as they don't end up in space, we will be there. Us action movie junkies will be there.
Sniping on the moon. They're going to be sniping on the
moon.
They're gonna
but a salute to Mr. Chad, Mr. Robbins, Zane, and Behringer, everybody involved
so good
with this series. Everyone killed it, did a great job. And we're looking forward to the next one, man. But this was a lot of fun, brother. Thanks again for doing this with me. That's right.
Anytime.
And all you guys watching right now, y'all know what you need to do. You need to click on the links below. Follow actionflix.com, baby. That's right. If you enjoyed yourself here on the Movie Dojo podcast, hey, go ahead and like the video, share it, and subscribe to the old samurai guy. That's right. I love saying the old. I'm embracing the salt and pepper now.
I got a little bit. Yours is bigger than mine, but I'm like, I got the gray going on here. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I don't care anymore.
Just for fun, I may color my mohawk. Just for fun, I might do that. But leave this white.
I'm bald. Yep.
Yo, let's go. Stone Cold Steve Austin,
there
son.
You go, baby.
Yeah.
there's my shiny bread. It's like the light shining down on my bald head.
So don't forget, guys, check out all of these movies. Binge it, make it a movie marathon, and check out Last Stand, which came out in January. There's only one thing that's frustrating about this series to me, and that is the physical releases are like the first one's Blu-ray, Sniper 2 and 3 are DVD, the Reloaded is Blu-ray, the two after that are DVD, Ultimate Kill is Blu-ray, and then an Assassin's End Blu-ray, and then Rogue Mission and Grit are DVD only, and I'm like, dude, I want all of these movies on Blu-ray, like, God damn it. I mean, hopefully Last Stand gets a Blu-ray. Maybe you can ask Chad and maybe he might know if it's getting a Blu-ray, but I would love a Blu-ray box set would be fucking dope.
I want a 4K of The Last Stand. That's how much I love
Of course. Yeah. But I'm like, God damn it.
I got the box set of the first 7 up to Assassin's End when that one came out, and they all had the digital with it. So I was like, why not? And then of course I have gotten the other ones since then.
Yeah.
But even if they come out with if they come out with another box set, I'm there. I'm getting it.
Yeah. Make it happen, you guys watching. Let's do it, because got fans out here like us that support the franchise, and we're looking forward to more. As long as it keep kicking ass and taking those names, baby. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. One shot, one kill, baby.
No exception.